Can anybody recall the one Sunday that everybody's thinking about football? The one Sunday that everybody's anticipated to see who's going to be the champion by the end of the night. Hello, I am Jesse Alvarado, and today I will be informing you about the NFL's Super Bowl. Today I'll be talking to you about the NFL's Super Bowl history, some of its memorable events, and how it's become a major event in the United States. To really understand the NFL, it is important to understand its history, and what's better than trying to understand its Super Bowl history. According to the Super Bowl history, the Super Bowl was founded by two rival leagues. These two rival leagues were the AFL, the American Football League, and the NFL, National Football League. Fans wanted to see them play against each other to see who was the best. Before the 1960s, these two teams never played each other, and they had their own bowl games apart, their own championships separately. In 1967, January 15, these two leagues granted their wishes. They played the first road championship game, which was the AFL versus the NFL, and they hosted it in Los Angeles Coliseum. Vince Lombardi's Green Bay Packers was able to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. Bart Starr was the MVP. This was the first game that was considered a championship game between these two leagues, so it was a first of a kind. That was how the Super Bowl was found. The Super Bowl also has, like a lot of history, all thanks to many of its memorable events. Every football fan has a favorite event with the Super Bowl. And the past 47 Super Bowls, any football fan could think about their favorite play, their favorite commercial ad, their favorite halftime show, or even could be their favorite team making it to the Super Bowl, win or lose, doesn't matter. Every football fan has a memorable event, and this could lead off to an opinion, right? So many of these sports centers or sportcasters, they list them according to the viewers' votes. And all thanks to one of the sports centers called Compass Sports, they made a list called the top 30 most memorable moments of the Super Bowl history. I picked two. My two favorite ones were one that I remember was in Super Bowl 43 between the Titans and the Rams, and Super Bowl 18 between the Redskins and the Raiders. In Super Bowl 43, it is special and memorable in its own way because the Titans were well behind by the first half, and they're coming back in the second half. And they had the ball in the fourth quarter, 6 seconds until the end of the game. They had the ball at the 10-yard line, 10 yards away from scoring and winning the Super Bowl. And they blew it. The quarterback, McNair, passed the ball to Dyson. Dyson got tackled at the 1-yard line. Dyson reached over, tried to get the touchdown, but he failed, and the St. Louis Rams won the Super Bowl that year. In Super Bowl 18, the Raiders versus the Redskins, I believe it was one of the memorable events because Marcus Allen, he ran 73-yard touchdown run, and that night he ran 191 rushing yards, and he was the MVP and led the Raiders to win the Super Bowl. The NFL has become part of the American culture. Super Bowls have a huge impact to that. The Super Bowl viewers are always adding up. According to USA Today, the most watched sport TV show was actually the Super Bowl last year in 2012 between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. 111.3 million people were able to watch the game, and International Business Times said that this record marked the 7th straight year in which more people watched the Super Bowl than the year before. 7 years, breaking a record back to back to back. That's pretty impressive. This next game between the Ravens and the 49ers have many expectations. Many critics are expecting for the years to add up and more viewers. And how about we go back to what I've been talking about today? Today I covered the history of the Super Bowl and how it was found, some of its memorable events with the Titans, Rams, Raiders, and Redskins, and how it's become a major event in the United States. I believe every sports, I believe every sports has a root. You know, you got to look to its history and understand how it was found or where it came from to actually appreciate the game. Thank you.